Good morning, dear students. Today we will start a new chapter from your mathematics book, chapter 2, which is named as fractions. So to begin with the introduction, what are the fraction? The word fraction is derived from a Latin word which means fractus. It means broken, okay? Broken into parts. It represents the part of a whole, consisting of a number of equal parts out of a whole. You have some examples which are showing the fractions here. The circle is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 part, and each part is representing 1/4 of the circle. Same way here, 1 by 5 of the whole circle. Now 3 by 5, this is a fraction. It is read as 3 by 5 or 3/5, isn't it? We have read this, where 3 is your numerator and 5 is your denominator. So now we have the type of fractions. What are different type of fractions and what are their meanings? Moving on to the first, proper fraction, when the numerator is less than the denominator. Always your denominator, the lower number will be greater than your numerator. Example 3 by 4, 5 by 7, 7 by 9, etc. Now improper, where the numerator is more than the denominator, or you can say that the denominator is less. Here the denominator was more. Okay, 7 by 4. 9 by 3, 5 by 2. Getting the concept? Now we have a mixed fraction. Mixed is actually a comparison, or not a comparison. It is written with two parts where one is your whole number and another is your fraction. So mixed fraction can be 1 whole 3 by 4 means one full part and 3 by 4 from the other. 5 whole 2 by 7 means 5 full part and 2 by 7 from the other fraction. Like fraction and unlike fraction. Like fractions where your denominators are same. Okay, 2 by 6, 1 by 6, 3 by 6. They are called the like fractions. Unlike fractions where your denominators are different. Unlike fractions are the fractions with different denominators. Equivalent fraction, the fractions proportional to each other are called equivalent fraction. It represents the same amount with different fractions. So equivalent means anyways they are same only, but they are represented in a different way. Look here, 1 by 2. Now this is divided in 4 parts, so 2 by 4, 3 by 6. They all are equivalent fractions. Then some more types are there. One is the unit fraction where your numerator is always 1. Look here, 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 7, 1 by 16. What is common? Everywhere the numerator is 1. And then you have your decimal fractions where the denominators are 10, 100 and 1000, 10,000, whatever. They are called your decimal fractions. Now how to convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction? An improper fraction is given to you. So from the denominator, you will multiply the whole number and then you will add the upper part. So 1 whole 3 by 4 will be written as 4 into 1 plus 3 by 4. That is 4 plus 3 by 4, which will be 7 by 4. Getting? And same way it's opposite, converting improper fraction into mixed fraction. When the mixed fraction was given to you, first you will divide. Okay, 4 and 7. So how many times it will go? 4 ones are 4 and what is left is 3. So this is your quotient part. So this will be written as the whole number. Quotient is your whole number. The remainder will go as the numerator part. Okay, this is your remainder and this is your, anyways the denominator will be same. Denominator is always going to be same. How to find equivalent fractions? Suppose a set of fractions are given to you. Let us take 1 by 2 and 2 by 4 and they are asking you whether they are equivalent or not. What are you going to do? You just do a cross multiplication. Okay. 4 into 1 and 2 into 4. Are they coming, and 2 into, sorry, 2. Are they coming same? 4 into 1 is 4 and 2 into 2 is 4. Yes, they are equal. So we will say that 1 by 2 and 2 by 4 are equivalent. Okay, see one more example. If I write 3 by 4 and 4 by 2, are they equivalent? Let us check. So 3 into 2 and 4 into 4. 3 into 2 is 6 and 4 into 4 is 16. So they are not equivalent. Getting the concept? You just need to do a cross multiplication and see if the values are coming same, they are equivalent. If the values are different, they are not equivalent. Reducing a fraction to its lowest term. For this, reducing means simplifying it. Coming to the lowest term, you have to find the HCF and divide the numerator and denominator by the HCF. See one example. You have to reduce 78 by 338. Okay, so first we will find the HCF of 78 and 338. How we used to find 78, 338? So the 78 is the smaller number. So 78 will be outside and the bigger number will be inside. Keep on dividing. So first you will divide 78. 4s are 312. What is left is 26. You have to divide till the remainder becomes 0. Now 26 is left. So 26 will be divided again with 78. That's how we have written the 78 here. Now 26 3s are 78 and the remainder is 0. As soon as you get the remainder as 0, before 0 what number was there? So it was 26. So 26 is your HCF. So you have to divide the numerator 78 by 26 and 338 by 26. The answer will be 3 by 13. Okay. So moving on to exercise 2.1. The classworks are done here. The question number 1 says to write the following fraction into lowest term. Just now we have seen lowest means first let us take the first part 18 by 48. So 18 by 48, the HCF of 18 and 48 is 18, 2s are 36. What is left is 12. So when we are not getting the remainder 0, once 12 we got, then 18 will come as the dividend. So then 12 ones are 12. What is left is 6. Now 6 is also not 0. So before 6 what number was there? 12. So 12 will come inside and 6 2s are 12. We got a 0. As soon as we get a 0, before it which number was there? 6 was there. So HCF is 6. Once you get HCF as 6, divide your numerator and denominator by 6 and you will get the answer. One more way of simplifying or reducing is 18 by 48. Start dividing with prime numbers. Okay. So it will be divided by 2. Both of the numbers should be divisible by the same number. So 18 divided by 2 will be 9. 48 divided by 2 will be 24. Now what? They are not, both of them are not divisible by 2. Let us see with 3. So 9 divided by 3 and 24 divided by 3. So 9 by 3 is a 3 and 24 by 3 is a 8. That's how we got the answer. So there are many methods of reducing. If you know this method, you can follow this. Otherwise, you can find the HCF and simplify. That's not a problem. Question number 2, convert the following into mixed fraction. Just now we have seen, you will write the fraction 32 by 7, divide it. The quotient will be written as the whole number. Remainder will go up and the denominator will be the same. That's how 32 by 7 is 4 whole 4 by 7. How are we going to read it? 4 whole 4 by 7. Now you have your classwork, do them and the homeworks are ticked here. Question number 5, convert each of the following into improper. Improper also we have seen just now. We will multiply the denominator with the whole part and then we will add. So 10 into 3 plus 3 by 10, that is a 30 by 3, which is equal to 33 by 10 is your answer. Question number 6, they are asking to find whether the fractions are equivalent or not. That also we discussed just now. You just do the cross multiplication and check whether the values are same or not. So 7 into 9 is a 63. 21 into 3 is a 63. Both of them are equal. So they are equivalent. Suppose if one was coming 63 and one was coming 49. Then what? Then you will say they are not equivalent, isn't it? So this much was fine for today, my dear students. Tomorrow we will see comparison of fractions and then arranging them in ascending and descending order. So thank you. Submit your works on time and please take care of yourself. Study well. Have a nice day.